Good morning. Yesterday I told you the story of the first part of Lost Spring. At the time of recording, there was some problem, so I'll talk about the last question once again. Sahib is no longer his own master. That is a line which is there in your book. What does this line means is that Sahib, due to poverty, he gave up his freedom and started working at a tea shop. Though his security was taken care of, that is, he was getting 800 rupees and all his meals, yet the burden of responsibility took away or has taken away the carefree look from his face. He felt that he is no longer his own master. The steel canister seemed to be heavier than the plastic bag he would carry so lightly on his shoulder. Why? Because the bag belonged to him and the steel canister belongs to the shop owner. So, this is the end of the first part. Before moving to the second part, let's see the questions that we are supposed to do from the first part. The first question is, Irony is Sahib's name. Second question, who is Sahib? Where has he come from? And why? Third, description of Simapuri. You will be getting it from the book itself, page number 3 of your book or the story. The line begins that Simapuri is at the periphery of Delhi, yet still far away from it metaphorically. So the complete paragraph describes you the description of Simapuri. Reason for being barefoot is the next question. Next is two connotations of garbage that are very clearly been given in the notes. You are supposed to write in the form of paragraph. Next, is Sahib happy working at a tea stall? How could Sahib manage to embarrass the author? This is the instance when he asked about the school. So that answer would be here. Next is we'll proceed over to the second part of the story, which is titled as I Want to Drive a Car. Here we are talking about a boy by the name Mukesh. He is from Firozabad and working in a bangle making factory. His father, forefathers and generations have done nothing else but making bangles. The people in Firozabad, they face a lot of problem. Few have been mentioned here. They work in the close proximity of furnaces, in high temperature. They're exposed to various health hazards. They work in dingy cells without sufficient air and light. They lose their eyesight at a very young age. In spite of hard work, these people live in a state of poverty. They are caught in the vicious circle of sahukars, middlemen, policemen, bureaucrats, politicians. Because of this, they are not able to form cooperatives. The other reason why they cannot form cooperatives is there is no leader to guide them. Next is, if they go against those powerful people who have been mentioned above like saukars, middlemen, policemen, then they would be caught up by the police, beaten and dragged to the jail for doing something illegal. So because of all the three reasons, the first, they are caught in the vicious circle. Second, they have no leader. And the third one, that if they dare to go against them, they would be dragged out in the jail for doing something illegal is the answer to the question why they cannot form cooperatives. Moving over to the next one, what is Firozabad famous for? Firozabad is a center of India's glass blowing industry. There are colorful bangles of different colors which have been made in Firozabad. But the irony is that the people who make the beautiful colorful bangles Bangles, sunny gold, paddy green, royal blue. Their own life is full of darkness. Bangle, which is a symbol of suhag, auspiciousness of marriage, and is worn on any and every happy occasion, is made by these people. Now, what are these people? These people, the ones we've discussed before, suffer from number of health hazards. They lose their eyesight at a very young age. They do mind-numbing and back-breaking work. They toil throughout the day. Still, they are not able to feed and fend for themselves. So the irony is that these people are in abject poverty. On the other hand, they add colors to the life of the others. Their spirit, due to constant suppression and servitude, make them incapable of raising their voice against the injustice. But amongst all this, Mukesh is different. Why is he different? Because he dares to see or dream. He wants to become a motor mechanic. He's ready to do anything he has to in order to achieve his goal. He still has spark in his life. He is ready to break the age-old tradition of bangle making. And thus we can say that Mukesh is different from the others. So this is the end of the second part. And the main important questions of these part is, what you have to remember is, what is Mukesh's dream? What is Firozabad famous for? Irony in the life of the bangle makers. What are the forces that conspire them to keep them in the bangle industry? In this forces, you will talk about why they cannot form cooperative. And the next, together they have imposed the baggage, is a line in your book. All the three questions which have been bracketed out have the same answer, the three reasons why they cannot form cooperatives. And the chapter ends here. The last few lines are talking about the paradoxes of the society. Lost Spring is a very beautiful description of the people who are in this grinding poverty. So the chapter, I think, is clear from the notes. You can go through the chapter once again along with the notes and prepare them in the copy. Thank you.